I'm currently going through a process that requires me to receive a lot of feedback. As a result of that, I remembered one of the ways that has helped me deal with the feedback that I receive in maybe stressful situations. So maybe it'll be helpful for you too. One way that we can look at receiving feedback is that it's not necessarily a good or a bad. That's the first part of it. So we want to be able just to take all feedback as just that and maybe take ourselves out of it, or not look at it as something that is being driven by a personal dislike maybe of what we're doing, but more so it's feedback that we can receive just to help us gauge where we are. So whether it's gauging that we have room for improvement, or gauging that we have a strength in something that we can actually utilize more effectively, that feedback isn't necessarily good or bad, but it is feedback that we can utilize and take to pursue and put towards our best interests. The other part that we have to remember about feedback is recognizing where the source is coming from that is providing the feedback. So we may have to deal with very critical people sometimes, and it's important to recognize when those people are offering us information for our best good. A lot of people will call this constructive criticism. But then there's other times where there's trolls on the internet, or other people in our lives who are almost like personal trolls, who will give very negative information and just focus on the negatives. They're not really focused on building you up. And sometimes you have to recall and remember that that is a reflection of where they are in their own life, or that the advice is coming from a place of what they would do based off of their circumstances and if they were in your shoes, versus how you can go about best dealing with a situation for your particular set of skills, knowledge, awareness, and the actual situation itself. So it's important just to remember some of these factors. And then again, boiling it down to feedback is just feedback until we decide to interpret it and either internalize it or do something with that information. Hope this helps.